Aquarius.
Hello Aquarius, happy birthday. This is your forecast for February 2015. So this is a month now where you're breaking through. Now last month, January, for those of you watching this on the January end of the scope, you might have felt the need to kind of pull back a little bit as you're resting up from the whole entire year of last year while the sun was transiting there at the 12th house. But now you have the sun in the first house. So this is the house of the I am personality. This is when you're bursting out with all of your beautiful energy out towards the world, and you have also the new moon in your sign here this month. So this is also a powerful time of the year for you to set your intentions as far as the things that are important to you, your wishes, your goals. It's the me time of the year for you, looking at those things, goals that you are desiring for the entire coming year. Now, Mercury is retrograde in your sign this month, also in that first house. So it's a time for you to reflect and look back over the things that you had ever since the last retrograde of 2014. So it's you making adjustments as your direction, figuring out what it is you want, what you don't want. And there might even be situations, people of the past coming back into your life right now, giving you a second chance to actually balance back up certain karmic things, for example, as well. But anything that has to do with documents, papers, and so forth here this month, I'd say lay low a little bit until all information is come in. There might be something sounding really good, and that's all okay. You want to hang on to it, but wait till after the 12th to get the best results, and then you can start moving forward. And plus, after the 12th, we get some great aspects here towards the end of this month that will actually send you off here on a beautiful stride. It's a month with not too much activity, which is really beautiful. It's one of these months where there's not too many transits as other months. So this is going to allow you to kind of to have things sink in to your consciousness. We're seeing here on February 1st, we have Venus and Neptune conjunct. Conjunctions are always when two planets meet up on the same degree in your chart. Venus being love, Neptune being the higher aspect of Venus, is more that cosmic love, the ideal love. So we can say romantically, this is a great day. Also, we can say Venus rules money, and then the higher aspect or the higher level of Neptune here would be the idealistic look at your money and income. This aspect is going to take place in your second house, so it's a double whammy for you. Why? Because it is all now you looking at potential, not just resources, but new beginnings perhaps, and especially those things that can be a little bit outside of the box in creative ways. So if you've had something that you've been planning or mulling over or having on the back burner here earlier in 2013 and 14, well, this is giving you another chance now to look at it and see if you want to take it and fly with it. And especially when you get closer to the end of this month here, Aquarius. So at least listen to what awakens into your consciousness here at the top of the month, and then just wait to the end of the month to see the beautiful energy that's going to come and drive it forward. February 2nd, we have the Sun and Uranus, which is your ruler. They are harmonious together in a sextile. And so for you, this is going to be between the first and third house, meaning you and somebody you're going to be communicating with, or it could also be the way you communicate out towards the world is going to be very original and perfect. You will get a lot of applaud for whatever presentations you might have or hold this month, especially around this date. I see that that can really have a good kickoff. If you're going to be traveling here February 2nd, also it's a wonderful day for you to have some nice unexpected experiences here, as well as also any interaction here with your neighbors or your close community, or it could also be with siblings. On the 5th, we have Mercury and Saturn. They are sextile. That is a harmonious aspect as well, as far as looking into something now that can structure your life, where you can flesh up on the skeleton of your thoughts and ideas. However, since Mercury is retrograde until the 11th, you might just still wait a little bit to take action, but it's a great time for you to research, dig down into it, and figure out whether this is something that you want to go with. I feel that the news that you may be getting here around the 5th could come from an organization or some affiliates or some kind of networking group. And in that case, I feel there's a good promise. Maybe you are going to be reconnected with some group from the past that you didn't initiate at the time, but which could really hold a good promise for you here at this time. On the 6th, you might be a little undecisive as far as making a decision. And whenever you experience that, where you feel that doubt, listen to the doubt. It's there for a reason. Because we only want to move forward when we feel totally aligned with our thoughts and our actions, when we feel confident. Then there's no room for doubt, is there? So doubt is there for a reason. But it's a fast-moving transit. So there's only going to be a day or two where you might want to just feel, sense your way. I think on the 8th, you're going to find that conviction, that feeling of conviction you're looking for, when Venus and Pluto are going to sextile. Now, Venus ruling money, Pluto could also rule money, but big money. We're not just talking about change. And these two interacting in a sextile, and in the area from your 2nd house of money and income, now see there is a double whammy, and then Pluto, which you have in the 12th house, I feel that it might be some structure, something you have worked creatively with, maybe held a little bit on the back burner. This would be the time to now start bringing this up. Look at it, even if you don't initiate, but it's more like bringing your files out, going over it and going, wow, this is a Ganga idea. This is, something that really may hold potential. And then if you hold on to it towards the end of the month so that you're beyond that retrograde, then I feel you have something really, really worthwhile. So I see you really wanting to look at what you can grow, okay, and expand for 2015. On the 19th, we have Mercury now being direct, is connecting to Saturn, where we were talking about this group that you might have had previous affiliation with. Well, now is the time that you can move forward with it. It's a fantastic, solid aspect to initiate it, and especially also because here on the 19th, Mars is moving out of Pisces and your 2nd house into the entrepreneurial sign of Aries. Aries ruled by Mars. This is a double whammy Mars aspect. You're going to feel how your engines are going to rev up, and you're goal-oriented now, and you have the drive that you need, but you also have the group energy that you need from Saturn. And also here on the 20th, Venus is going to join Mars here in a conjunct into Aries as well. So this would be the time that you want to schedule to have meetings, talks, negotiations, presentations. Mercury is now moving forward. You have the genius aspect of that Mercury still in your sign, where you very original in your thinking and your ideas and inventions. So I love what I'm seeing here around the 19th and 20th and straight throughout the rest of the month. So listen up. this is a great month for you here, Aquarius. We have now Venus and Mars conjunct, sharing the very same degree on February 22nd. And as I just mentioned, they've moved into Aries, and so they are powered up. Conjunctions are always new beginnings. I feel a very strong sense of anticipation here. It's more like stage fright. Why? Because the Sun is squaring Saturn, and you're wanting to impress with your skill set, which is Saturn, the knowledge that you have accumulated, the Sun being you. And when it's square, it is being challenged. However, you're surrounded in this challenge by that beautiful conjunction. Plus you have Venus, your values, training up to that Saturn, that little fear, the stage fright, which I feel in this situation is only good because it shows that you are aware. But Venus will make sure that Saturn here will, if you're giving a presentation, that it will be solid, it will be received in a very good way. Mars will also be training up to this very same Saturn. So whatever group you're aiming at right now and trying to impress, they will hear every single word that's coming across your lips. And then the month ends up here on a very, shall I say, idealistic note when the Sun conjuncts with Neptune. And Neptune is your dream. It's your goal. It's that ideal height that you are trying to climb to. It won't necessarily bring you exactly everything you want on that day, but you'll feel your channel is open because the Sun is you and Neptune is your higher spirit. They're coming together here, so it's more like your upper chakras are open to take down that inspiration or that download. So then we have the new moon, like I said, February 18th in your first house. So you want to put down the intentions on the 18th that I will try to make more room every single month to create space for the original thoughts that I hold. That is Aquarius speaking. And it's your first house, wanting to project that out into the world. So that new moon, that inspiration, or that, shall I say, intention that you put, is to be aware of it. Because once we are aware, we don't have to have these rituals. They just become integrated embedments in our nature. Now we have the full moon on February 3rd. We want to be aware of it too. And for you here, Aquarius, it's going to be in your relationship house. And I love this full moon for you. Why? Because it's going to be romantic. It's going to be dramatic. It's going to be felt. There's a lot of attention here. Not only because the full moon is in Leo, and you know how Leo is, a lot of feeling and a lot of attention, but it's going to be conjuncting here Jupiter. So even though Jupiter is retrograde, you know, the full moon doesn't care about it. It's going to absorb the abundance of Jupiter's energy. So February 3rd is a great day to be romantic or meet a new partner if you are single. So this is what we have for you here this month, Aquarius, and do subscribe so you can hear what March is going to bring when we have these beautiful aspects, the trines of your Venus and Mars with Saturn moving into March, to see how that's going to bring it into reality for you in the coming month. And thank you for liking and sharing. And do go listen to your partner's horoscope just to see what's up for him and her. And also, as always, listen to your moon and rising sign. And I'll see you next month in March.